I'm BadRNG8, and I'm not sure what happened to the menu, but today everything changed to Hodor. So this is Hodor, and I'm going to Hodor. Yeah, I've honestly never seen this before. So before you think I did this on purpose or anything, no, honestly. I can't do a countdown, so I'm just going to start and then I'll tell you when to start the time. And start. So these first couple of levels are basically a tutorial showing you you're not supposed to be hit by the red stuff in the game. This is honestly very easy, so we're just trying to get the triangle, which shows the end of the level, as soon as possible, so it will always come from the right side of the screen. Oh, I got hit already, damn. Doesn't matter. So for this first couple of levels, we're just trying to hit that as soon as possible, and it honestly shouldn't be a problem. But, of course, I shouldn't say such things. This one is a bit tricky because the triangle spawns under the second row second row of enemies, so to call them, but it's just red stuff. Now the level is... this one will take a little bit longer. As you might have noticed already, this is a rhythm game. I honestly, if I get hit once more, I need to redo the entire level, so it shouldn't be that much of a problem, but I need to focus a little bit. I'm not going to get risky here. So at the end of the level there will be a line spawning, and then there will be the triangle you need to hit. Depending on where you get the line, that depends on where the triangle will be going. So it actually matters a lot where I'm hitting the line, because there are patterns for the triangle that are really good and save a lot of time. A lot of time is like, let's say 10 seconds compared to the worst case scenario. And we will probably get a couple of worst case scenarios, because the best case scenario is really close to the worst case scenario, of course. Once again, we're just at the start of the game, so of course these levels are fairly easy. I just hit a checkpoint, which is important if I intend to die at some point, which I'm not really intending, but let's hope I don't need them, but most likely we do, because not dying is the biggest time save of this game. The current world record has... I need to make a distinction though. If you get hit 3 times, you don't die immediately. It's what they call we go back in time to the last checkpoint. But if you die 3 times in that level, you have to redo the entire level. So the world record has not died in any level, but has gone back in time 2 times, I believe. And those were pretty close to checkpoints, so... Okay, as you see, we're getting close to the end of the level. You can see that in the top corner. At the top of the screen. This means I need to be waiting for the line that comes from the... from the right, but I also shouldn't die. This should be close. Okay, so that was a pretty good pattern for the triangle. Not the most optimal one, but You will probably be seeing that one a lot as well, because it's also close to the most optimal one. Apart from that, this is just a game with great music, in my opinion. There will be a couple of... I mean, you think this is a rhythm game, so there wouldn't be any RNG or anything, right? There actually is, in the overworld section. One of the overworld sections. I hope I'm getting good RNG there, but we all know me, so it's not very likely. Oh god. Odor. So these first levels are... that was terrible RNG, but at least we're pretty close to the checkpoint, so that one shouldn't matter that much. The hitboxes in this game are pretty weird. Sometimes you think you're going to get hit, and you're not. Other times you're like, how was I supposed to get hit there? But you did. And honestly, sometimes the RNG in the game just doesn't allow you to not get hit. The dashes are there for you to dash through the red zones. So if you do it correctly, you won't get hit. See, I just dashed through the little ball there. Oh, we're getting close to the end, so I'm getting... that was a terrible one. So as you can see, that's actually pretty slow. It wasn't the worst one, because I couldn't prepare for it. But it was, let's say, average. So now we're at Milky Ways. This is, for the introduction, actually one of the easiest levels. But also, the song is so great. It will always be the same, that the songs are great for the levels that are either very easy or very hard. There's this one level, and I will tell you when it is, but I love the song, but I can't really focus on it because I'm really bad at the level. Oh, I got a little bit too relaxed there. So this level should definitely not be a problem. Let's try to not get hit at all. It doesn't matter if I get hit like once or twice, because as I said before, we will go back to the checkpoint after 3 hits. For bosses, it's actually 6 hits, but there are no checkpoints in those levels. So that's a really big difference. But at least I practiced the bosses enough to, hopefully, I shouldn't be too explicit about this, but hopefully not get hit at all. Another bad one. This happens, so it's still the start of the game, so I can PB with not dying. That's actually, I haven't done a run without going back in time. I made a distinction myself. I should keep myself to it. So this is the first boss actually already. So I'm allowed to get hit 5 times in this. However, this boss is fairly easy. It's just showing us who the bad guy in this game is. And that's this big circle with a circle in the middle and those tiny ears. But this isn't his final form, so... See, now he has... I always forgot about that. Whoa, that's not supposed to be able to hit him. That was really weird. But then again, I got hit twice, so I still have 3 hits before have a problem. I always forget that he grows his arm back here, so let's not. Uh, I always forget that one. I was pretty close this time as well. Oh, he hit himself. Oh, what a... Oh. I mean, the dashes are really important for speeding things up, and I got hit again. Wow. That's a bad first boss, but as I said before, since the levels are a preset time, it only matters how I'm ending the level. And of course, I shouldn't die. That's important. So everything that happens in the level is based on the music. So I sometimes just listen to all the songs in this game to have a better understanding of what's going to happen in the level. It actually helps. Oh, he can't hit me anymore. I was fine. So let's see if I can get the best pattern here. Nope. It was close though. So that was the boss fight, and with that, that was the tutorial. So, the story of this game is not really that hard. We have this triangle, which appears to not be one triangle, but 3 triangles. And they're not just triangles. They are actually a tree. Which makes sense, right? There's this Hodor. It keeps getting me. I've never seen that before. I honestly don't know what we did to get the Hodor. So as I said, the 3 triangles are a tree, and they have all these happy little friends. The sun is one of our best friends. He's so happy. He just touched the tree. This actually, I don't remember what's supposed to be there. So, but this is the world we live in, and everything is happy. Everything is fine. Here's one of our friends, Hodor. Oh, so it actually shows cuts, names from producers and the musicians here. But you will never know what Lach did because he's Hodor, I suppose. Another Hodor here. Yes. I know that Danimal Cannon is one of the guys that made the music for this game. Now we're going to go towards this little cave, find another one of our friends. He seems to be sleeping. I don't know. It's over. The game is over. How's that? That's way under my PB, right? Oh. Wait. Oh, that's this guy's hand. That was so obvious. I should have known. So now our little friend grabs us and starts running. I honestly think I would have been faster on my own, but... so this guy that was our boss fight is now chasing us. There's nothing for us to do here except for, well, trying to avoid soft locking ourselves, which is actually a big problem for me in this game. I have lost a lot of runs to it. Apparently, if you hit a button at a certain time in a cutscene, and this can be done in any cutscene, but if you hit a button, like for example, I would press left, Hodor. If I would press left on the wrong type, then after the cutscene I wouldn't be allowed to go left anymore. The button just stops working. I have lost so many runs to it because in the cutscenes I'm like, yeah, hurry up, I want to play the game, and I'm trying to mash A to get out of the cutscene, and then I'm not allowed to press A after the cutscene, which is used to enter the level. So I couldn't enter the level anymore. So we're going straight ahead to our next boss fight. I'm not sure why that guy was floating, but he's attacking our happy little tree. I really need to watch out for these small red dots, because they tend to hit me. But once again, this is a boss fight. I'm allowed to get hit 5 times. This is, in my opinion, I would say one of the easier ones. Definitely not the easiest, because the easiest is, well, it's really easy. Okay. So now, with the tree, he turned it bad and he's going to build a tower. I'm not sure where he needs a tower for, but you know, every bad guy needs his own layer. And in this case, it's the tower. Oh wow, I dodged all of that. It's actually pretty intense. Never done that before. So now he's using one of the parts of the trees to power up himself again. It was his final form. But then again, would you think that this actually is his final form? Again, this is not really a problem. But it's mostly about, I forgot about that arm all the time. I'm still fine. Okay, he's feeding himself some more. This is the easiest part of this level. I mean, it's so obvious where he's going to shoot. And I can just easily avoid them. I don't really have to do anything here. Okay. So now he's turning into... he's going to eat everything. He's going to eat me as well. I don't really care. He's going to turn into a cannon and launch us. I don't know why he didn't do that in the first place, but it works. And we're getting launched to this. Now I'm going to do some RNG manipulation. The first time I did this, it was a joke that it was RNG manipulation, but honestly, I've done it ever since because it works for some reason. So 1, 2, and a little jump, and the level is coming right up. Ah, that was a little bit too early. This is, in my opinion, one of the best songs, but also one of the easiest levels. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here, but it's so slow, and with the dash, it's actually really easy to avoid everything. And after this, it's just spinning circles in which you can just stay in the middle. And once again, these things are so slow. I'm not sure how they're supposed to hit me, but let's just call this the first level of the actual game. So, as you might have noticed up till now, the game most of the time actually warns you about where the red stuff is going to be. In the future, we will have some problems with it, that it's actually not really showing very well what it's going to do. And those are the times I tend to get hit a lot, because there's so much happening on the screen then. and it's so fast and random that I tend to get hit there at least once or twice. Still, we need to get hit 3 times to get back to the checkpoint, so 1 or 2 times is not a problem. I think this is the first level I did without getting hit at all. It's just because it's slow. If this would be a lot faster, I would have definitely have problems. So now I need to get ready for the end of the level. Okay, that was a good one. That was good. It was okay, let's put it that way. Hold on. So now we created a bridge, and now I hope RNG didn't even allow me to get across the bridge in one go. That's probably my own fault though, but it doesn't really matter. To at least try, you know. So now we get 3 levels again for building our boat. You will notice that for every section in the game, you will have like 1 level, a little bit of interaction in the main world, and then 3 levels to do something, which can be getting a boat, getting a helicopter, opening a gate. Let's see, did I get all of them? Well, of course, we had the introduction 3 levels. Or a teleport, I guess? I'm not sure how to put that. But we're definitely still at the easy portion of the game, even though I am probably pretty bad at this level. Not this part should be fine. Oh, well, of course I shouldn't have said that. This part should be fine, but from the next part I will definitely need to focus a little because I'm bad. I'm honestly bad. Yeah, there's not much to this. As you can see, just the saws are moving into the direction that the pointy things are pointing at. So we know in advance where they're going. So this is where the problem starts. Oh wow, it got me. So this tends to be a problem, not just because of the things up and down, but because of the little dots that are shooting at me. They can be, like I said, they can be in the way for me to get away from it easily. And that's how I die in this level. And it happens more often than you think. Should be fine though, since now I can get hit 3 times again. That was really close though. Oh. And after this cycle, we go back to the first cycle, but just a little bit harder, but not hard enough to get hit 3 times. I probably shouldn't say this, but let's just do it. I'm gonna gamble here. I'm not going to get hit. Okay, no, that was the quickest way to get a triangle. So that was pretty cool. So now we're going to the... I pressed left. Okay, it still works. I really need to watch out for those cutscenes. So apart from that soft lock I can get, which actually is pretty hard to solve, and I need to re-enter the game if that happens. And then we need to go past the Hodor menu again. This is also one of the easier levels, by the way. Oh wait, no. I always get this one wrong and then get hit randomly because I'm not paying attention. It seems pretty easy right now, but this will speed up in a bit. Still fine. Probably shouldn't die in these levels, but I already did, so. Okay, so now it's going to shoot. That probably means that the hardest part of this level is over. Even though it's still going to shoot that many balls later, and once again I tend to get hit there, but that would be my first hit, so not a problem at all. Okay, let's see if I can dodge this. Oh. Oh well. Okay, fair. So, one more of those attacks to go. Now I should get to the right to get the ending, and I'm trying to get on the right. Ah, that was so dumb. Line going to be here. That was pretty bad. And I missed it, damn. So that costs me a bit of time. And I haven't been doing those very well right now, so that's a little problematic, but the biggest problems in this game are dying, actually, honestly. Like I said, the world record actually still dies 2 times. Definitely not in these levels though, but another big time save / loss will be the biggest RNG part of this game. It's not that far away, let's say 15 minutes. But first we need to survive all these levels. After this level we will be getting our happy little boat friend. Oh, okay. That was bad. I think I'm going to do a safety death here, so I just hit the checkpoint. And now going back to the checkpoint is actually a little step forwards in time, because I grabbed the checkpoint at the right side of the screen. But because I died, it's not a time save. I timed this out. It definitely isn't. But it like costs 2 seconds or so, so I prefer to die there than die here and not have a checkpoint and go back 20 seconds. Like, how did I not get hit there? But this is also the level where I will get hit for no apparent reason, I think. That's not it, by the way. It's this one. Oh, this time it didn't do it. Okay. I should be fine. I should stop saying that. Ah. Whoa, did that hit me? I don't agree. So, I honestly can't die right now. If I die right now, I need to redo the entire level. And this is by far the hardest part of this entire section of the game. So up until I get to the volcano. That should be better. Nope, it isn't. Hmm. So now we're getting our boat. If you didn't see how it was supposed to be a boat, this is the way it's supposed to be a boat. Now we need to ride the Red Sea with some enemies in it, which tend to be bad. Yes. Thank you. Please don't. This is really bad pattern. Really bad pattern. Whoa. No, it's not the worst I've had. So this is one of those checkpoints. If I would hold left a little bit longer, I would have been unable to go to the left after this little cutscene. And the only way to go here is left. So I would have destroyed the run. And believe me, I've done that a couple of times. So here we are, our next boss fight. I should be here, I believe. This is our. This is one of the easiest. I mean, the beginning part is definitely somewhere you can get hit. Like, these guys are so random. They can hit you, but after this section, there's not really, if you know what the level is going to do, there's not really a way to get hit anymore. It should be fine. I should stay out of the middle. So we're basically fighting a pyramid right here. So he's doing a lot of things down there. I'm just not going to go there. I'm just going to stand here and watch out for the circles a bit. This is honestly one of the easiest boss fights, but still not the easiest one. The next one will be the easiest one. You will definitely see why. It's like the game forgot that there are some spaces in the screen that you can't get hit by anything if you just stay there. And that will actually happen twice in the next section. 2 levels have that kind of gimmick, so those levels should be fine. Oh. It should be here. Okay, well, once again, pretty close. Getting the 100 correct triangle is really hard. Okay, so we broke down the wall and we are allowed to continue. I pressed down in the cutscene again, so I kind of scared myself a little. So a little bit of navigating here. It's honestly not that hard. First, this level is to turn on all the lights in this level. And it's a dubstep level, so for all the dubstep fans, enjoy the music. This is one of the easiest levels in the game, honestly. I mean... Once again, I shouldn't say those kind of things. Like I said. Anyway, I'm just going to stay here because the triangle is never going to drop me here. If there's anything anyone wants to plug right now, you could go ahead.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
If there's anything anyone want to plug right now.
Sure. We are playing from EGA Arena in Alphen aan den Rijn, an esports bar. If you would like to join us, you can do that right now. We are also playing tomorrow, so if you have no time today, but tomorrow it is, then you're more than welcome.
So, as you can see, the reason I said this level is easy, it's basically because the level is attacking the bottom part of the screen all the time. So, if you just stay on top, there's hardly any way to get hit there. This one is pretty scary, but staying right in the middle is fine. So this is one of the levels I can actually enjoy the music myself a little. Later levels will definitely not allow me to. I should get ready for the ending of the level soon. Yeah, now we go. Oh, I didn't react soon enough. It was one of the better paths the triangle can take. But I was too slow. It happens. So we're turning on the lights, so now you can actually see what's inside of the volcano. Lava. And we're getting to the big RNG part, so if anyone can pray for me, it already messed up right here. So these lava, it does again. These platforms can go high or low depending on, well, RNG. So this being low is actually RNG. It could have been up. Oh, this is a pretty good pattern for now. I mean, I needed 3 cycles. In the worst case scenario, you can actually get 12, and I got 12 once. You just stand there waiting. There's a safe spot in this level. I'm trying to find it right now. This should be it. It's not for the entire level, it's for these things. They can shoot at me whatever they want, they're not going to hit me if I did it correctly. I didn't do it correctly. Cool. I'm just going to watch out then. So for this level, you can actually get hit pretty easily because you have to watch the bottom to see where it's going to shoot all these tiny cubes. But starting from now, I also need to watch these tiny circles. I mean, the big squares just floating there aren't really that much of a problem. This shouldn't be a problem as well. I mean, there's a lot of them, but they disappear somewhere around the middle. Now we're getting to the troubling section. So let's see if I can do this correctly today. I wanted to go for some safety, but I didn't, so I'm quite stressed out right now. Okay. Ooh, I actually didn't get hit there. That was quite quite stressful for me. Um, so we just got the biggest RNG section of the game, and it was pretty okay. Uh, Definitely for me, it's pretty good. I'm used to getting bad RNG. Um, However, we will have one level now, and after that is the section of the game where the game tends to crash really, really, really often. So you already see the little platform with the, the r- the path for me to walk on top there, and that's the part where I hope we won't crash today. Uh, I remember this level now. I almost wanted to say this beginning looks easy, and the beginning is easy, but after the second checkpoint, there will be two cannons shooting balls and squares at me, the big ones you see right now, actually, and those are really troublesome. There's not a fixed pattern to where they're shooting. Uh, they're already getting a little bit more now. Uh, but once again, this is the level that I tend to die on quite often. So, because in my eyes, this is definitely one of the hardest. However, I love this song. Starting from the really hard part. Oh wow, that's really bad. Oh, oh, that was so close. Oh, oh. Okay, okay, okay. Don't go there. Ah, they definitely went for me there. Okay. But this time I can get hit two times without having to go back in time again. So this shouldn't be a problem anymore. Wait, where did I die last time? Shouldn't fall for it again. Well, at least that was their close to last shot. Wow, I really have a lot of triangles getting a lot of triangles from the bottom right. Okay, so here it is. The section where we hope to not crash the game. It's basically that guy falls into the lava and he becomes bad because of it. So I guess it's not really lava because I would most likely just die if that happens. He's going to shoot some stuff at us. Um, and there's going to fall things from the sky. If I die here, and that means just getting hit once, because it's a overworld section, then there's a possibility that the game crashes. Because just dying in this part isn't actually that much of a time loss at all. However, crashing, of course, really is. This is okay, so far so good.
Do we have a time for a donation?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
We have a $20 donation by Ishbinder saying, "Did I hear Yoko Yoko?"
So the game actually crashed.
I'm sorry, host curse.
And I apparently can't Hodor. Oh, I guess it was that button. I just didn't see it. So where were we? So from now on, this level is no longer valid because I'm not allowed to do this. It's this part, right? So rip run, I guess, because the game actually crashed, of course. So we'll try again. um, this was bound to happen, of course. There's not much I can do there, to be fair. So since I'm going to do this again, is there anything you want to plug again?
Oh yes, for sure. We're the Benelux Speedrunning Gathering. We organize bi-monthly gatherings in the Benelux for speedrunners. We're currently streaming our bi-monthly event in the Esports Game Arena in Alphen aan der Rijn. We're raising for the money for the Dutch Cancer Society, which is a nationwide organization committed to fight cancer while aiming for more cure and a higher quality of life for those already battling the disease. All of your donations will go to the Dutch Cancer Society.
Okay, so now things start dropping from the top, and there was no way for me to get out of that. At least we're not crashing right now. I should go to the bottom, I think. It looks like I shouldn't have. The save. That was honestly really close. And again, no way to get out. Okay, the game is not being friendly to me today. At least I'm done with this section pretty soon. Okay. Didn't crash twice. Thank God. That definitely did cost us a lot of time though. But for those reasons, the RNG part and crashing the game, I made a pretty raw estimate. So we're now going to get chased by this thing a little bit again. It's just going to pull us towards him, not realizing that if he would just walk towards me, that would have helped him more. Because now we are going to the easiest boss fight in the game. Which is him again. I should stay a little bit on top here. And he's... So, at the start of this, we're not allowed to go to the left or the right on the screen, or the top or the bottom, as you can see. However, he is soon going to make these little balls that are chasing us, and then they're removing the side. So now I can just stay here again. It might look like he's going to hit me, but he's not. Which means I have a little break again.
We want to thank ESA for supporting the event and allowing us to stream on their channel. You can consider using your free monthly Twitch Prime subscription right here on the ESA channel. You will get access to both ESA and BSG emotes, and you get to support both of the events. Stay updated with our events by following us on Twitter and Instagram under the handle BSG Marathon. Get a behind-the-scenes look of the event and stay up to date with the latest news on our marathons, events, and more.
Okay, we're already almost done with this boss fight. He's going to run around a little bit more. There's going to be some balls jumping. They are honestly not a problem. And then that guy just disappears. Wow, another bottom right. And now we actually saved one of the 3 triangles we have seen at the start, you know, the parts of the tree. And this is, in my opinion, the best music in the game. And everything is turning good again. Our square friend is going to disappear into this pipe down. We might try to go after him. And remember the tower we built it with the bad guy? He's just up there playing his guitar. I mean, I'm not sure what his actual plan is, but he sure is rocking it. So now we are at the factory. It's called. Oh, I shouldn't press anything. We're still in the cutscene. So now the boat is really slow for some reason, but I'm just jumping around a little bit. These are the levels in this section are like the hardest in my opinion. But at least the overworld is fairly easy. But it's RNG if you can get past the first one there. And of course, not today. So now we're at the first level at the factory. It's called Cool Friends. If anyone thinks like all these songs are pretty cool, but I don't want to play this game because it looks not like it's my thing. There's actually just a Spotify list for all these songs, which you can find by looking for this game, just Shapes and Beats. Okay, we've had the easy parts, and I messed up this part for some reason. Anyway, it's becoming harder after this. I think I've said that before. Most levels tend to start easy. Like I said, it's getting harder right now. There's honestly not a lot of space to move in this part. So if I position myself wrong, just slightly, I can't escape anymore. That was pretty close. Oh. Okay. Hold on. That was really close. Okay. This part is really easy if you just stay at the bottom. And then we're going to stand here because they're not getting close enough anyway. I should be here. Okay, I got it. I don't think I've had the optimal triangle route so far, but I did get the second best and the third best most of the time. So I'm pretty decent at that, I guess. Now I should get better at the rest of the game. So we try to follow our little friend, but we can't jump. So sadly, he's going to drop off here and then goes to the right. and we decide to land just some centimeters off from it. Oh, I got a good RNG there. That's a first this run. And now we're going to save our little helicopter friend, which he doesn't know we're about to save him yet, but that was so close. These 3 levels, not all 3 of them are hard. I might have. Ooh, that was really close. Not all 3 of these levels are really hard, but I tend to have some problems with at least 2 of them. I believe the middle one is the one I'm good at. Good. This one though, yeah. I always think I have a fail-proof plan for this level, and then I fail anyway. Oh, that was so close. Because you could just dash through all of these. Okay. Oh, that was really close. I don't want to get hit now because then I have to rewind. Oh, I got the bottom right again. Honestly, I think I should have gotten the worst RNG there. So the helicopter's still sleeping. We got rid of some water, but we need 2 more levels to do to get rid of all the water. As I said, this is the level... Wait, am I right? Yeah, this is the level that I'm... that isn't that hard. Because once again, the showing of the I keep calling it red, but it's actually pink, right? If you just see what's going to happen, it isn't going to hit you one way or another. I mean, it's all about these, how do you call these? I lost the word.
Hexagons.
Hexagon, right. It's all about these hexagons just turning around. The one I'm in right now actually has a bad pattern for some scenarios, but the hexagon starts flashing when the next round it will be filled with the pink. That means I can see really far up ahead when it's going to happen. And I can just pick another hexagon that will keep me safe, as you can see right now. So up till this point, wasn't really a point that could hit me. And now we're getting to the point that can actually hit me, but because I haven't been hit up till now whatsoever, I still have those 3 hits I can take. 2. I can take 2. Don't get ahead of yourself. And that was it. I mean, not all late game levels are hard, I can assure you, but most of them are. I pressed again during the cutscene. I keep freaking myself out. I don't want another soft lock. I might go overestimate if that happens. Okay. So here it's actually the first part that's hard. For some reason, my eyes don't allow me to look at all 4 corners of the level to see what's coming at me. Oh. So I tend to get hit by something. Oh, as I was just saying, I tend to get hit by at least one thing there. But that was so close. But after that part, it's actually once again a thing about staying in the right, dash once, and you will be safe. So once again, this is a part where I can actually enjoy the music. Oh, that was so close. Yeah, so that was that level. That was a bad one. Still not the worst. I'm honestly quite impressed that I managed to get away from the worst pattern for the triangle at all. So now our helicopter friend is safe. We are going to check out what's up with him. First, we need to do two jumps here. Oh wow! Honestly, this game today, man. Okay, we're getting launched, and this is a section where I always die at least once. So I'll try to be better today, okay? But for some reason, my controller tends to not react quick enough to get away from here without getting hit. That was one input off of just getting it. For some reason, the second time I'm way faster. I don't know. Did I do anything different? I don't think I did actually. We can jump here and that miraculously just goes to the helicopter. Oh. So now we got a little bit of a regular section. The damage boost did work this time, but that wasn't the damage boost, so that is... I mean, there's no way to die in the overworld, so just damage boosting through the level is great. So, we finally catch up with our little square friend. Sadly enough, this is in the room where all the good things are turned evil. So, I don't assume you know what's going to happen, right? I mean, it's not like we're close to a boss fight or anything. There he is. And of course he gets grabbed right away. Our helicopter friend is not strong enough to lift heavy steel things. And now our friend becomes a bad guy. He's still sad, so he didn't change that much, but... So, in my opinion, this is the hardest boss fight, actually. Not because it's hard per se, but it's really long. And I have definitely lost some runs because I died to this guy in the final seconds. Having to redo the entire level, which costs like 3 minutes, I believe. So I hope I can show you how to do this in one try. Should be fine. I've definitely practiced this guy a lot because it was such a bad thing in my PB. As you can see, he's actually not really... He hasn't really turned evil, because at some points he's still blue. Okay, and now it's pretty much gone, but I can assure you he's not gone 100%. Okay, so as you may have seen there, it's important for me to be right between, in between the two saws at the top, because they will fall down. If I'm not right in the middle, I will get hit. Where these balls spawn is actually RNG. Okay, he's already tired out a little bit. He's going to crawl to us. I am not allowed to help him, I guess. I'm trying, but I'm right next to you, dude. Oh. Okay, so far so good. We still haven't been hit. We're halfway there. Still can get hit 6 times. That's definitely not me saying that this will be going well 100% certainly. That was weird. You can just get really weird patterns here. So that one was perfect, that's fine. Yes, so now he's doing weird things, grabbing the edges. I should be fine here. Now I'm courageous enough to say I should be fine. That was perfect. There was not really any danger there. I usually try to stay in the biggest part of the rectangle, but you could just stay at one spot and just dodge the balls. But oh wow, I'm actually going to do this level damageless. That will be a first. It won't be a time save though, as long as I finish the level at the same time as I used to. Ooh. Okay, I think he's going to cry now. Yeah. So then we can just finish the level here. Okay, I got it. So this was the factory, which means we are going to the final stage of the game already. Once again, the best song in the game, with a little cutscene, of course. I'm not sure why he gets to have the triangles as a crown, since I've been doing all the hard work. I'm just going to let that pass for now. Okay, so all the bad guys are leaving. I guess they're scared of me right now, because I've been destroying them so far. There's still this guy, you know? I think it's time we're going and try to do something about this guy with the guitar, because he's a bad man playing guitar. So there's these 3 levels again, and apart from the last one, which is fairly easy, these 2 levels upcoming are for sure the levels I'm the worst at. Wait, no, I'm not the worst, but I... should I just admit it? No. I tend to die a lot here. And this is actually the the time to save time on my PB. But with the crash in mind, I don't think that we're getting anywhere close. And I'm already performing terribly. I'm going to try to reach the next checkpoint before dying. Okay. That was just a safety death, so I have my 3 lives again for this part. It shouldn't be a problem for most of it, but what you just saw that hit me twice will be back at the end, and I wouldn't like to use my last life on that part. So this is just dodging through everything, dashing through everything. Oh, wait, there's not such a section anymore? I forget. I remembered wrong. Fair enough, we did the first one. First one of the 2 hard ones, in my opinion. Our boat went up with us. I'm not sure how he got up here, but he's helping us. You might have figured out that since there are 3 gates and we have 3 friends, they're going to help us getting those switches, all of them. Okay. This level is a pain. I love the song, but there's really not much time for me to enjoy this. At least I'm safe for now. Okay. It's straight. That was so weird. Straight. Diagonally. Straight. Okay. Wait. I have 1 life left. Let's go. So this is just staying in between the 2 cartwheels before. Oh, there's a very specific spot that's safe here. Now they're going to attack that way. I still have 1 life. I should have probably went for safe strats. But for some reason, I'm not doing it. And I should have. For sure. Anyway, now that I have 3 lives again, I shouldn't lose any more time to this. Even though it's going to look like it's going to be pretty close. Okay, that was closer than what I mentioned. That what I meant with even though it looks close, but the next song is for our James Bond fans out there, or Mission Impossible. I'm not really sure. It reminds me of James Bond for some reason. Oh, I'm not pressing anything during this cutscene. Okay, that's fine. I'm not sure why our friend is sad, by the way. This song is not called Try This. This song is called Spectre. I'm not sure. Try this. Okay, so I mentioned at the start that we're seeing Hodor at most of the menus, which isn't a thing I did or even know that was possible. But apparently the song names have changed as well. Definitely not all of them, that's why I haven't seen before, but this one isn't called Try This. Oh. Okay, we're going to steal the diamond here now, guys. Hold on. So the most important thing for this level is to keep in mind that the circles are pretty slow with being harmful. Because they seem... Wow. That was bad RNG right there. The circles are pretty slow with hitting you because they tend to have a long time, how do you call it, charging, as to say. Which, if you notice that they are that slow, actually makes this level a lot easier than you would think. As in, I was pretty safe for a long time there. Okay, this should be the end. I just missed it. So sad. Anyway, we did our 3 levels here. Our friend is going to jump and destroy the level for some reason. I don't know why the helicopter couldn't go there. So as you can see, there's the boss. It's the final boss. You wonder if it's the final boss. Well, I would go there, but before we go there, my friends are yelling me. I guess they don't think I'm going to make it because they want to say goodbye. Gives me a hug. So this guy definitely likes us. The boat just splashes water in our faces. I mean, I thought we were friends, man. And we just high-fived the helicopter with our body. And now they're waving goodbye. And let's go into the final boss. And I heard someone say they are wondering if this is actually the final boss. That's fair enough that you're actually questioning it. So once again, this boss battle is not that hard. The entire reason the boss battles are not that hard is because I can get hit 5 times. And with the exemption of one of those boss fights, which is really long, most of these fights are not long enough to get hit 6 times at all. As long as you do it safely. Now, I am bad at doing things safe. This level is for me a way to up my stats. So, because the game has a counter for how many dashes you did, and that actually unlocks things which aren't important, but it's fun to have, I guess. So I just dash all the way through this and then get hit here because the boss spawns in the middle. Okay. Not this time. So if you remember this guy, of course you do. He's going to fight us one more time. This time changing into a cannon from the start. Did one of the circles hit me again? If you just dash at the right moment, those circles can't hit you. So that's what I did there, just kept dashing and they couldn't hit me. You would think that that's something you can do in the entirety of the game, but definitely not, because there's still some small windows you can get hit. It's just that in this level, staying at the entire top screen is the safest way to go. So that was it. That was the final boss, I think. It was really anticlimactic, right? Okay, so for some reason, we want the throne. No, not the throne. So we got the final triangle, so we can restore the tree. As you know, once we get a triangle, we have this awesome song, and this will be the final time we have it. So. Oh. So, we're going to his final form. And this is where things start to get weird. He can do with the screen whatever he wants, and yeah, we're just going to fight him again, I guess. With fighting, I mean dodging everything he throws at us. There hasn't really been a way for me to hit him, I suppose. So, oh, he's crying. I think he's sad about something. So even though this level is definitely not easy, since I have 6 lives and I know the patterns of his attack, I'm fairly safe. Like the worms coming from the side of the screen, which will happen in a couple of seconds. Those really caught me off guard the first time I played this game. But knowing the pattern, I just know I should be here. If I stay at the top left, I should be fine. I still need to pay a little bit of attention though, because there will be a lot of worms in a second. I'm not sure why I call them worms. Okay, here they come. And okay, they are not going in a straight line. That's actually why it's not 100% easy to to dash around everything, but now I need to do very precise movement in a very tiny spot to not get hit. I am allowed to get hit, I think 3 more times? Yeah, 3 more times. 2 more times. There. 2 is actually troublesome. It's going to get one more attack that covers very big portion of the screen. Okay, I managed to be safe, so now we're back at this part. It's actually the exact same pattern as first. Or at least I think it is, because I'm safe at the exact same spot. Just dodge a couple more of these worms. And okay. Oh, honestly, that was close. But we were still allowed to get hit twice, so. So he's now going to cover the entire screen, and I hope I can get this one spot. I'm safe. Okay. Okay, so I died there. You just mash A couple of times to get back into the game. It's not over. Unless this guy smashes us again, though. So I guess this means it's really over, right? If only we had the power of true friendship or anything, you know? He's just hitting us. Yeah, the boat is useless. He's just going to watch. And splashes again. He has been sad all this game, so this is not really new. Anyway, he has these two triangles on his head. As I said before, I'm not really sure why he gets them. I definitely need them. So he's going to revive me. And now I am in my final form. So this is the very last level, and at the end of this, it will be time. At the last hit. Now that we have obtained the triangles, we are capable of shooting. So we will shoot up this guy. First time ever that we are capable of fighting back. The very fun thing about this, first of all, this is the first song with actual text. Second of all, we can't get hit in this part of the game, so he can hit me, but I wouldn't really care. There's also a thing that I haven't discussed during the entirety of the game, but that it's because it has never been useful, and that is if you get hit by something, the game will throw you the direction opposite to where you were going. So that means if he hits me while I'm going up, I will go down. Since I can't die here, I will actually use that in this part. He dashes into me, but I just go into him so that I still hit him. And we're close on time. Weirdly, the boss doesn't die when his HP bar is empty, but that's time. I never knew he could still hit me. So now he's I think we should call it dead. He's not really dead, as we can see later on in the credits. Because at the end of the credits, I mean, this is a music game. Of course, there will be a big party, right? And as much as I love that party with its music, it's really, really long. I'm not sure if we have time to even show a little bit of it. I have no clue. What was my time even?
Your time is 1 hour, 28 minutes, and 16 seconds, and that is including the crash.
That is including the crash. Wow. Then I guess the crash wasn't long enough this time. That means I was actually on a pretty good pace, apart from that. So anyway, everyone is going to dance now. The tower is getting destroyed, the tree is getting back. The tree is actually destroying the tower. And that was this game. It has still a hard mode, which levels up every level. And believe me, that's a hard portion of the game. Okay, so our little tree is back. Everything is fine again. All our friends are here. And I believe that after this, the disco starts. With our special guest, the evil guy, as the DJ. So that was this game. Usually at the top you would see the credits, but as we mentioned, apparently we have a glitch where everything is Hodor now. So everything is Hodor now. I really need to look up what this Hodor thing is, but yeah. So that was it. I'm done. I can't go out of this without exiting the game. So.
Thank you very much, BadRNG8, for that amazing Just Shapes and Beats run. And beautiful shapes, great beats.